Your midnight eyes under silver haze, sharp like a promise you never phrase. Your hair falls wild with an effortless sway, catching sparks from the lights of LA. A jawline carved by a restless dream, a silhouette dipped in gasoline. Your lips taste faintly of danger and youth, a half-told lie dressed up as truth. And I know I'm drifting toward the flame, no turning back. Once I breathe your name, you're not just handsome, you're hazardous. Oh, oh, you're a velvet ghost haunting every room, pulling me closer to my doom. A fever kiss underneath the moon. I'm falling far too soon. You grin like you're hiding a silver knife, cutting clean through the quiet night. A flick of your hand and the world stands still, everyone bending to your will. You hold a stare like you're reading me, a book you wrote with a lost key. You move like trouble wearing cologne, a storm that doesn't leave me alone. And I know I'm drifting toward the flame, no turning back. Once I breathe your name, you're not just handsome, you're hazardous. Oh, oh, you're a velvet ghost haunting every room, pulling me closer to my doom. A fever kiss underneath the moon. I'm falling far too soon. You're a velvet ghost haunting every room, pulling me closer to my doom. A fever kiss underneath the moon. I'm falling far too soon. You glide through life in a tailored lie, private plane scribbling on the sky. Crystal nights in your marble suite, where secrets sleep between silk sheets. You toast to stars you never chase, sapphire shadows across your face. But when the gold fades into gray, I see the parts you hide away. A quiet boy behind the thrill, a heart that's terrified to feel just you and my trembling. Your voice is velvet, low and slow, a whispered truth I'll never know. A laugh like smoke that curls and fades, a riddle trapped in darker shades. Your words can bruise or set me free, depending on who you wanna be. You're my velvet ghost haunting every heartbeat, taking me under, pulling me deep. A fever kiss underneath the moon. I'm falling far too soon. You're my velvet ghost, light me up tonight, set me burning white. The only shadow I crave so far. Oh, my midnight ghosted star, my velvet ghost, slipping through the smoke. We started quiet, like a morning tune, soft as a sunrise, rising far too soon. Your voice was a whisper in my empty hall, a fragile cadence I try not to fall into too quickly, but you pull me near, a melody trembling, honest and clear. We were 2 pages fluttering in the wind, not knowing where the story would begin. You brought color to measures I never knew, a fragile cello blending into something new. We clashed in crescendos, then softened again, finding a rhythm between joy and strain. Oh, your laughter, violins dancing midair. Oh, your sorrow, brass notes heavy and rare. Every movement taught me more of you. Every silence held a deeper truth. There were nights we broke in a shattered refrain, off tempo steps in a storm of pain, pages wrinkled by the tears we hid, whole bars missing from the things we did. Still your heartbeat echoed next to mine, a stubborn tempo that refused to decline. Even when the music nearly came undone, we found our way back to measure one. And still today we bring new lines to the score, fresh melodies clashing like storms on the shore. Sometimes dissonant, trembling and slight, but somehow always resolving by night. Your changes catch me like an unexpected chord, a tension that gently brings us toward a sound that's imperfect, wild and free, the song only you and I can be. We hit a minor key, a temporary fall, but the harmony's waiting beyond this wall. We are an unfinished symphony, playing out in time. Some moments are frantic, some sweetly rhyme. The composition's messy, the score is stained with tears, but I wanna write every note for the rest of my years. Let's promise not to seek a final perfect chord, but love the messy music that our daily lives afford. A shifting opus drawn in grays and gold, a story too wild and soft to ever be told. We'll let the measures wander where they may. Our masterpiece grows itself each day. We'll be this unfinished symphony, playing out in time, each measure rewriting the fault lines of our rhyme. The composition's messy, but I want you near, writing every trembling note through every year.
You walk in the room like a shifting sky, thunder in your footsteps, sunrise in your sight. I've learned the language of your changing air, every quiet warning, every sudden flare. Some days you glow like a midsummer noon, warm enough to melt me, gone too soon. Other the days your silence is a cold front near. But I pull you close, say I'm right here. The barometer's falling, I see the clouds in your eyes, but I'm not running for cover. I'm ready for the skies. You bring the weather with you, sunshine or the rain, a hurricane of passion, the calm after the pain. I'll never need a forecast, I'll never be prepared for all the wild and beautiful climate that we've shared. I've stood in your lightning, I basked in your glow, learned every pattern in your ebb and flow. Your laughter's a breeze, your love's a storm. I find my peace in your perfect form. This morning you woke with a heavy gray sky, stormy mood brewing, no reason why. But instead of hiding, I step right through, dancing in the rain, getting soaked with you. The barometer's falling, I see the clouds in your eyes, but I'm not running for cover. I'm ready for the skies. You bring the weather with you, sunshine or the rain, a hurricane of passion, the calm after the pain. I'll never need a forecast, I'll never be prepared for all the wild and beautiful climate that we've shared. Someone a constant summer, a boring cloudless blue. I want every season as long as it's with you. You bring the weather with you, sunshine or the rain, a hurricane of passion, the calm after the pain. I'll never need a forecast, I'll never be prepared for all the wild and beautiful climate that we've shared. And I love every weather with you. Rain softens, fades and distant birds begin to sing. The city's glowing like a neon maze, bodies moving, pulsing lights that haze. Everyone's searching for a place to belong, a rhythm to match, a beat to stay strong. But when your eyes find mine through the smoke, my all slows like somebody spoke a secret code only we both know, whispered come into a private show.
You take my hand through the crowded floor, suddenly I'm not lost anymore. Your touch is a spotlight, soft and warm, guiding me through every chaos storm. We slip past noise, the push, the shove, into a room carved out of love. Just you and me, the music low, a velvet hush, no strangers know.
They're all lined up just for a glance, but
They don't know this private dance.
there's a velvet rope around my heart, I guess it's the one. And baby, your name's the only one that's ever been on.
A bouncer knows your face, the lights are always low. For the private show, nobody else will ever know. I see reflections on mirrored walls, everyone chasing their midnight calls. But our connection's a deeper kind of luxury no crowd can find.
You kiss my shoulder, smooth as wine, and suddenly the world aligns like every just for a glance,
but they don't know this private dance.
there's a velvet rope around my heart, I guess it's the one. And baby, your name's the only one that's ever been on.
The bouncer knows your face, the lights are always low. For the private show, nobody else will ever know. The world's a loud, crowded, flashing club, but with you it's a quiet, perfect pub,
Where laughter echoes soft and slow,
and love's the only afterglow.
you are the velvet rope around my heart, I guess it's the one.
Your name forever shining like a neon sun. The bouncer knows your face,
The bouncer knows
your mouth stay low.
the lights stay low.
For the private show, nobody else will ever know. Crowd noise slowly fades, leaving only a gentle, intimate acoustic guitar. The moment you smiled, the whole room slowed, like the years rewound and let their colors unfold. Your voice was a warm deja vu in the air, a memory I somehow knew was waiting there. Every step beside you feels like slipping through scenes, snapshots blooming like familiar dreams. You turn the mundane into something divine, like the universe folding itself into time. We walk past cafes we've never been to yet. I swear I remember the table for two. Your hand on mine feels like a page I've read from a story written far ahead. The sign on your face feels like years ago, a place we lived in, a world I know. With you the timeline curves around my heart, each kiss a portal, each laugh a I see future winter, soft and slow. Blankets pull close as the embers glow. Your voice aged gentle, your smile still bright, a lighthouse burning through every night. I see us dancing in a living room, worn neon socks on a chilly morn. Even the years that haven't happened yet feel like memories we can't forget. The morning comes, you're making coffee, slow steam curling upward in a golden glow. And suddenly I'm watching you years from now. Same soft movement, same lifted brow. My future self leaning on the doorframe side, thinking God I'm lucky this love survived. One simple act pulls decades near, past and future folding right here. Ooh, one look and I'm 20 years ahead, seeing silver in our hair, all the things we've said. You're my time.
silence.
Moonstone eyes in the city light, a kaleidoscope hiding in the night. Your hair falls like a shadow, a river of night, silk catching every stolen light. The architecture of a sight, a profile cut from a darker sky. Your lips, a half-remembered rhyme, the taste of expensive wine and time. A silhouette against the pain, a constellation I can't explain. And I know, I'm slipping through the cracks, no turning back from a fact like that. You're not just beautiful, you're dangerous. You're a song star burning through the dark. Leaving your permanent mark, a fever dream in the back of the car. My personal song star. You laugh with your head thrown back, a reckless sound, collecting glances from all around. A flick of the wrist, you dismiss the room, dancing alone in the private gloom. Yeah, hold a stare just to be too long. Yeah, proving everybody else is wrong. I'm slipping through the cracks, no turning back from a fact like that. You're not just beautiful, you're dangerous. You're a song star burning through the dark. Leaving your permanent mark, a fever dream in the back of the car. My personal song star. My personal song star. Ooh, caviar dreams and champagne seas, you move through gilded realities. A private jet against the dawn, all your tomorrows barely drawn. The city sleeps but your world's alive, a penthouse view where the satellites thrive. But in the quiet, when the glamour fades, I see the masterpiece that the chaos made. A million stories behind the glare, and for a second I see you there. Just you and the that you swear to keep. Oh, you're a song star burning through the dark. Leaving your permanent mark, a fever dream in the back of the car. You're a song star burning through the dark. Leaving your permanent mark, a fever dream in the back of the car. My personal song star.
I spent years with scattered corners on the floor, half-formed pictures I tried to build before, edges frayed from all the wrong goodbyes, shadows hiding in the empty sides. I kept searching in the places that felt right, but nothing clicked, nothing locked in tight. Then you appeared like a frame around the light, Suddenly the shapes began to reunite. You touched the spaces I never knew were bare, filling quiet rooms with your steady air. Your laugh settled where the silence grew, a perfect pattern stitching through. Every glance a corner locking still, every word a curve that learned my will. You found the outlines of who I am and fit them like no other ever can. The picture changed when you stepped in view. Colors brightened to impossible hues. 1,000 scattered pieces found their place, rearranged gently by your grace. Where I was jagged, you felt right. Where I was faded, you brought light. The gaps that once felt wide and real closed with a comfort only you could see. Now our routines fold together like threads. Your friends feel like chapters in my story spread. Your morning habits sync with mine and ease, like interlocking branches and soft spring breeze. Even our flaws, those crooked lines in between, fall into patterns I'd never seen. Somehow the mess, the beauty, the strain fit with yours in a quiet, perfect chain. I had a picture of what whole should be, then you showed up and rearranged the whole damn thing for me. You're the piece I didn't know was gone, the missing color to my dawn. The edges match, the picture's clear. With you the whole world makes sense, my dear. You're the piece I didn't know was gone, the missing color to my dawn. I used to force the fit with other shapes I'd find, till your jagged edges met mine and aligned. You're the final piece I didn't know was gone, the color rising in my dawn. The edges match, the picture's clear. With you the whole world makes sense, my dear. You're the final piece I didn't know was gone, the color rising in my dawn. A gentle, soft click, the sound of a puzzle piece locking in. Suddenly, if you want, I can also create. Suddenly, the carpet rising in my dawn. Suddenly.
Street lights flicker like they're calling your name. I see your silhouette and nothing feels the same. Chrome reflections painting gold on your skin. Another midnight where the danger pulls me in. Your touch is static running wild through the air. Electric currents telling me you're right there. Every moment with you overheats my veins. A rush of color cutting through the rain. You spark a rhythm in the shadows we chase, wiring emotions I can't quite replace. Your laugh is neon on a sleepless street, a voltage humming at my aching feet. We're two loose wires trying not to burn, still drawn together every twist and turn. Even when we short out and fall apart, something in your glow reboots my heart. Billboards flashing like a phantom hymn, your name written on the skyline's rim. Taxi brakes hiss like they know our tune. We dance between the lights of a hungry moon. My my chest is ringing like an overdue sign. Your rhythm syncing perfectly with mine. No map can guide me to where you are. I just chase the hum of your electric star. Then I see you in a grocery outline. Fluorescent bulbs humming like it's by design. Or on the subway, leaning lost in thought. And still that same electric jolt I felt the first time you called. My eyes across a crowded midnight street. Suddenly the mundane becomes complete. Even in places where the magic should fade, you flip the switch and I'm unafraid. Oh, my palms are sweating, my thoughts are racing. Afraid the circuit's gonna break again. You're my neon heartbeat in the dark city glow. A signal I follow everywhere I go. Static and sweet, a pulse beneath the noise. You're the frequency that all my chaos enjoys. They say love should be quiet, a gentle, steady stream. But ours is a power surge, a wild and waking dream. You're my neon heartbeat in the dark city glow. A signal I follow everywhere I go. Static and sweet, a pulse beneath the noise. You're the frequency that all my chaos enjoys. Neon heartbeat. You're my neon heartbeat. A constant neon heartbeat in the dark. The rhythm I chase, even when we fall apart.
Night hits hard and the waves rise tall. I lose myself in the noise of it all. But there you are, standing on the shore. A single glow I can't ignore. Every fear breaks like fragile glass. Every doubt fades, starts to pass. Your voice cuts through the crashing sea. A signal light meant just for me. I drift too far, I always say, but you pull me home in your quiet way. You're my lighthouse heart, shining steady and bright. A promise in the darkness, a keeper of the light. Whatever storm finds me, however wild the sea, I survive the night because you're guiding me. I've seen calm days and I've seen rough, but loving me has never been easy stuff. Still you hold the beacon high and true. I steer my world by the side of you. Even when I wander, drift or break, you're the compass pull I can't forsake. Your constancy's the map I follow through. Every route still leads to you. I'm lost again, nothing too far to save, but your light sweeps out across the waves. You're my lighthouse heart, shining steady and bright. A promise in the darkness, a keeper of the light. Whatever storm finds me, however wild the sea, I survive the night because you're guiding me. No ship can stand without a northern gleam. No soul stands firm without a steady dream. And in your glow, I finally understand. Some loves are oceans, but yours is land. You're my lighthouse heart, waves, then a distant foghorn fading into calm. I met you with my pieces in a shoebox, a quiet shame I carried like a debt. I learned to walk so carefully on eggshells, lest anyone suspect the mess I kept. I showed you just a smooth ceramic surface, the profile polished by a practiced art, and hoped you'd never see the hairline fractures that ran like fault lines straight across my heart. But you had a different kind of vision, a gentle, unassuming, patient light. You didn't ask to see the finished product, you asked to see the fragments in the night. You laid them out there on the kitchen table, between the coffee cups and morning bread, and studied all my jagged, broken edges with a quiet reverence. You said you didn't try to hide the scars, the places I was split. You touched them with a golden glue and said, "This fits." You said these breaks aren't failures, they're just part of your design. You love me like Kintsugi, gold in every seam. You found the broken pieces and rebuilt the dream. The cracks are just the history, the places light gets in, a map of how we mended, where we both begin. Yeah, you love me like Kintsugi. I watched you with your own box full of shatters, a history of drops you never caused. I saw the way you'd flinch from your reflection, convinced your worth had been forever lost. So I got down there on the floor beside you, with my own pot of liquid gleaming grace, and showed you how your breaks could hold a beauty no perfect surface ever could replace. And I didn't try to hide your scars, the places you were split. I touched them with that golden glue and whispered, "This fits." Your breaks aren't failures, darling, they're just part of the design. I love you like Kintsugi, gold in every seam. I found the broken pieces and rebuilt the dream. The cracks are just the history, the places light gets in, a map of how we mended, where we both begin. Yeah, I love you like Kintsugi. We're both mosaics of past hurts and gleams, shining brighter now for all the broken They thought we were two shattered, useless things. But look at all the beauty that the breaking brings. We mixed our dust with mercy, pain with precious ore, to make a kind of beauty never seen before. We're not just fixed, we're fortified with grace, gold tracing every fracture in this sacred shared space. Now sometimes in the quiet morning sunlight, I'll trace the golden rivers on your skin, the repaired crack on your wrist from childhood, the line that grief once drew beneath your chin. And you'll reach out and find the one on my shoulder, the seam from when my trust was dropped and split. And in your gleaming lines I see my mending, a perfect golden echo. This fits, this fits, this fits. We are Kintsugi, gold in every seam. We took the broken pieces and rebuilt the dream. Our cracks are just the history where the holy light gets in, a living map of how we mend it, where we both begin. Oh, we're not just repaired, we remade in a stronger, kinder, brighter gray. We are Kintsugi, not just love, but made of grace, gold in every single sacred, shiny tips. We are Kintsugi, gold. We are Kintsugi, gold, gold. I felt you long before we touched, a quiet voice, a subtle rush. Your voice spent time the night we met. I pull my heart, can't soon forget. You drew me in with no command, like tides obeying moonlit sand. Every step I tried to take alone led me back to where your light had shone. You move the air around my soul. Your presence turns half into hope. The way you breathe shapes how I breathe too, like the world reorbits around you. Even silence isn't empty now. It's filled with the laws we can't disavow. The universe may spin and sway, but you're the force that makes me stay. We drift, collide, then align again, a cosmic dance we can't explain. Your heartbeat echoes in my chest, a sound that keeps my chaos blessed. Every star could lose its flame, but I'd still whisper your name. You're the but your pull is a fact I can't fight back. You're my gravity, my center, me wide. The constant anchor beneath my sky. I can orbit the world, try to fly and be free, but darling, my home is your gravity. Size can't explain this hold. More precious than silver, more solid than gold. A force unseen but felt so true. The universe bows when it comes to you. You're my only gravity, the quiet force that steadies me. I could chase the stars, but I'd never flee, 'cause home is wherever your gravity will be, will be. I was a ship with a busted compass, drifting through a starless sea. Every north I tried to follow just kept unraveling in front of me. I built my walls with good intentions, but they just deepened the quiet, the cold. A silent, sprawling isolation, a story I thought would never be told. Then you came in like a gentle frequency, I felt before I heard, not a roaring, saving siren, but the most reassuring word. You didn't shine a blinding spotlight, demanding I explain the mess. You just sat down in the darkness with me and whispered I can guess. In the silence and the doubt, where the fear begins to bite, I send a silent signal out into the night. I use echolocation, I'm finding my way home by the sound of your heartbeat through the unknown. In the deepest, blackest water or the caverns of my mind, your love's the ping that I send out, the anchor that I find. Yeah, I'm navigating by your echo every time. There are days the static rises, old ghosts hum, tuneless fright, and the world becomes an echo chamber of everything I think I'm not, and I might. I panic in the quiet, start to spin, lose the plot, forget my name, but then I feel you breathing beside me, and the chaos settles like a claim. In the silence and the doubt, where the fear begins to bite, I send a silent signal out, and you answer every time. I use echolocation, I'm finding my way home by the sound of your heartbeat through the unknown. And in the deepest, blackest water or the caverns of my mind, your love's the ping that I send out, the anchor that I find, navigating by your echo every time. bright. I just need your voice to say it's alright. No grand gesture, no GPS, coordinates in the sand. Just a steady, quiet certainty of your hand in my hand. You're my true north, my fixed point, my only guiding law. The silence isn't silent when it's filled with what we saw, what we're building. I lost myself in a choice today, two paths shrouded in the gray. My own voice, just a useless noise, couldn't hear the words to say. I froze there at the crossroads with the weight of what to lose. Then I closed my eyes and listened past the panic and the blues. And underneath the worry, past the din of my own dread, was the quiet, constant rhythm of the things you've done and said. A steady pulse of patience, a compass warm and true. The echo of your faith in me was all I needed to choose. And I found my location. It's your arms. I'm not lost. I'm just coming home to the harbor of your calm in the deepest, blackest water. Oh, the peace after the storm. Your love's the ping that guides me back.